Hey there, CJ Math students, and welcome to homework number 115. Thank you for putting your name, date, Mr. Mason Math, and homework number 115 up at the top. And then what I'm going to want you to do is I'm going to want you to fold your paper in half so that there's a nice little crease down the line, and then in 3 parts. So basically there should be 6 boxes. If you want to just draw those 6 boxes, that's fine, but if you fold them, it will end up being nice and equal. So our objective today is to find out what box and whisker plots are all about and understand the parts of a box and whisker plot and how to come up with a kind of 5-number summary of those. So I do want you to copy this anchor chart. So box and whisker plot, draw your line with 15 to 30 here, each tick mark meaning 1. And you'll notice the parts of a box and whisker plot. You have a minimum. That's your dot all the way here at the end. You have a maximum. That's your dot all the way here at the end. So the minimum of this data is 16 and the maximum is 28. Notice how the numbers go below 16 and above 28, but where the graph starts and where it stops, that's its minimum and maximum. The first line here is called the lower quartile or quartile 1. Usually we don't call it the lower quartile, we just call it Q1. That means that 25% of the data happens from here to here, right? This line right here in the middle, that's your median. That is the middle of the data. So here's your data set from 16 to 28. Your median here is 22. Remember, the median is the data, all right? From quarter 1 to your median is otherwise known as quarter 2, right? There's another 25% of the data right there. From your median to your upper quartile, also known as quarter 3, you have another 25% of it. And you'll notice that quarter 3 stops right at 26, right? So we have quarter 1 at 18, the median at 22, and then quarter 3 at 26, right? Your minimum is 16 and your maximum is 28. So those are your 5-number summaries for that box and whisker plot. You'll notice here they jump by 5s, but each one of these tick marks is 1. So your minimum for this box plot is 68. Your quarter 1, you just literally draw a line right on down. Okay, that's 70, 71, 72. So quarter 1 is 72. Your median, here's your line, draw it right on down. If that's 80, 81, 82, 83. There's your median. Quarter 3, there's your line right there. Draw it all the way down. 85, 86, 87, 88. That's your quarter 3. And your maximum ends up being exactly 90. So now there are also 2 measurements. One we talked about yesterday, which is the range. If you recall from yesterday, the range is the biggest number minus the smallest number, aka the maximum minus the minimum. So on this graph right here, we have a maximum of 90, that's our biggest number, and our minimum of 68, so our range is 22, right? And then we also have an interquartile range. That's where this box comes in from the box plot. So where's 50% of the data? Where's it chunked into the box? In this case, you have an interquartile range of 88. That's quarter 3 minus quarter 1, which is 72, and that gives you 16. So you can think of the range as like the dot minus the dot, right? And then you can think of the interquartile range as the top of the box minus the bottom of the box, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to copy each of these problems onto your paper. That's why I had you draw out 6 boxes. There's only 4 problems. Make sure again that you copied this anchor chart and this example number 1 on your paper. I will not accept your homework unless you've done that. And we're going to do one of these problems together, and then you're going to take it from here. All right, so our minimum, that's our smallest number. It's going to be right here at 72, it looks like, right? So that's 70, 71, 72. So that's your minimum. Our maximum, that's next. It's going to be right here, right before 95 at 94. This is our maximum, right? So that's 94. So right away, if I know my minimum and my maximum, I can figure out my range, right? Because that's how I find my range is do the biggest number, 94, minus the smallest number, 72, and my range in this case happens to be 22. My quarter one, that's the start of the box, so that's right here, right? Q1, so that was 75, 76, 77, 78. My quarter two, that's the middle number, that's the middle of the box right here. You notice it's right here, so that's my median. I'll just say MED for median. That's 80, 81, 82, 83. And my quarter three, that's 91 right there. So quarter three, that's the end of the box right there. So the interquartile range, remember if you go back up to the notes that you have at the top of your paper, the interquartile range, you can find it right here, you can find it right here, right, is quarter three minus quarter one. So 91 minus 78 gives you your interquartile range of 13. Right? So that's an example of how you do those problems. Okay, that's it. You're going to do problem number 2, problem number 3, and problem number 4. So I would pause the video if I were you at this point. I'm going to kind of zoom out so you can see them all at once. If you have any questions, give me a call, but I want your work to look nice and neat. Everything should be on the lines, in the boxes. If you have to use the back of the paper, use the back of the paper. But it's only 4 problems, actually now 3 problems that you have to do on your own. Okay, I'm looking for the 5-number summary, and then tomorrow in Buzz Math, what you're going to do is you're actually going to start putting these box plots together on your own from a large set of data. Okay, so today is just trying to understand what they mean. Tomorrow is actually constructing them yourself. No ST math today. I think you'll probably take a long enough time trying to draw this and email it to me. Make sure you email it to me with the code word. That's it.